Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to cut a trouser pants which has band in the front and elastic at the back. If it's something you're interested in, then let's get started. The first thing I did was to fold my fabric into two using the highest circumference, which is my thigh measurement. After that, I went ahead to draw a straight line where I will start all my measurements. I also went ahead to draw a horizontal line. From the horizontal line, I'm going to measure the length of my trouser, which is 40 inches. Then I'll also add 2 inches folding allowance to it. After that, I'm going to measure 6.5 inches. This will be for my pocket placement. I'll also measure my nail length, which is about 20 inches. This depends on how tall your client is. It can be 21 or 22. So I went ahead to mark it. From the nail length, I went in by half of an inch. On the hem line, I'm going to go in by 1 inch. This is because I want the trouser to be like a pencil kind of trouser. After that, I'm going to connect it to the nail length and the pocket placement. To start taking out my horizontal measurements, I'm going to start from the lines I just drew. I'm going to start by measuring quarter of my waist measurements. Then I'll add half of an inch to it. Just a little bit below the pocket placement, I'm going to measure quarter of my hip measurement. I'm going to mark it. From the horizontal line, that's my waistline, I'm going to go down by quarter of my hip measurement. This will serve as my crotch depth. Then I'll go ahead and draw a line on the crotch depth. After that, I'll go ahead and draw a slant line from the waistline to the hip measurement I drew underneath the pocket placement. Then I'm going to connect it to my crotch depth line. Next thing I'm going to do is to measure half of my thigh measurement. All you have to do is to measure the fattest part, the biggest part on your laps, then divide it into two, then mark it on the crotch depth. I'll be joining it with a curve from that point to the slant line. From the knee length, I'm going to measure half of my knee circumference. I'm going to mark it. On the hem line, I'm going to mark half of my ankle circumference. All you have to do is to measure your ankle circumference and mark it. Once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and connect my lines. After taking out all my measurements, I'll be cutting out the fabric. Please take note of the way I'm cutting it from the pocket area. To cut out the back piece, I've also folded it into two. Then I'm going to place the front piece on the back fabric. When pinning the front piece on the back fabric, I'm going to make sure the distance between the front and back on the crotch depth line is about 2 inches. Then I'm going to draw a straight line on the crotch depth line. I'll extend it to my back piece. Since the back will be having an elastic, so we're going to extend the back waistline by 3.5. I'm going to mark it from the front waistline. I'll extend it to the back waistline. So I'll mark 3.5 inches. Then on the other side, that's where the pockets will be. I'm going to mark about 3 inches. After that, I'll just draw a slant line to connect them. I'll be drawing a straight line to the extended 3.5 inches. After that, what we're going to do next is to add our sewing allowance, which is 2 inches. I will start by measuring 2 inches from that point, then I'm going to extend it to the front crotch depth. I'll be measuring 2 inches on the crotch line, then I'm going to measure 2 inches all the way down. If you want your pants to be a little bit free, you should add any sewing allowance on the front piece before measuring your 2 inches on the point where I measured 2 inches. After I'm done marking the 2 inches, I'm going to connect them with a line. Then on the crotch depth, I'll connect it with a curve. I will not be making the tutorial for the sewing of this trouser because I already have a tutorial on how I make this similar pattern, but I made it in a short. So I'm going to link it in the description down below so that you can see how I sew this. After that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I'll sew. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.